I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Can you guys see me? All right. So we're back. I did have to change over. From one thing to another. Hey, Mark! Happy Friday. Thank you for joining the live. Can you hear me? Because they were saying they couldn't hear me in the last video. So I just want to confirm if y'all can hear me or not. Ciao. I am. It's almost 1 a.m. here. Where are you, Mark? Where do you live? Oh my goodness. It's 6:53 here in Texas. PM. It's almost 1 a.m. The UK. Awesome! Well, thank you so much for joining. I love knowing that you're from the UK and you're watching. Okay, Ralph, so I'm back. I had to switch phone. I had to switch devices, put my iPad down, now I'm on my phone. It said that I had a time limit. I'm in East London. Woo, 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 come on, UK! We got the UK! Hey! I appreciate you. I love it, love it, love it. So Ralph, do you have any questions? I know I was talking, but my end point was just to say that there are pastors out here that who do not harness the ability to pretty much lead. They're just doing it because they can, it's popular, but they're not actually discipling people. And that's a problem. So with Matthew Stevenson, there are a lot of his members, there are a lot of churches that are actually disassociating themselves with the ministry, and they are creating their own churches. So I don't know what's going to come of it. Stay tuned. I know that Linda Jernigan told Larry Reed in her video that he owed her some money for defamation, because I think that he said she was leaving Anwa because she was same gender loving and some other things, and she said that he defamed her character and he was going to have to pay for that. All right. So I was like, ooh, money grab. We love to see it. No, not really, but that's what's going on with the whole Matthew Stevenson Anwa ministry. A lot of people are saying they're concerned about him and whether or not this is going to break him or he's going through some things mental health wise, and I don't take that lightly. So um, I don't I don't want to see anybody fail, like, at all. And I really hope that things get better for him and his ministry. Ralph, I do, but it'd be better when I can call in. Long story short, I've been where you are as far as questioning everything, and I think it's good what you're doing and that you're documenting it. Yeah, thank you. I look forward to us getting a chance to chat and talk about it like live together. So um, I'm gonna try to see if I can reschedule this. What days of the week work for you all? Like, give me feedback. What days will work for you guys, and then I can possibly make it a part of my routine now in my schedule where once a week I do go live, or once every other week, where I can fit that in and be intentional about it and do it either on Instagram or Facebook, so you guys can actually go live and talk to me and ask me questions. So I love dialogue. I really wanted to be a part of the debate team in high school, but that didn't happen. I went out for student council and cheerleading instead, because, child, I love a good debate or a conversation. I'm definitely a communicator. So let me know what days work for you guys. And the last thing that I want to touch on while I'm here and while we're talking would have to be the celebrity of it all when it comes to church. I was not surprised in the least bit when I saw a reel last night from well, it was a short here on Instagram, on YouTube, of Shawnee. What's her new last name? Shawnee, whatever. Shawnee O'Neal. Okay, I can't think of her name. Friday is good, and maybe you could do it a couple of hours early. Possibly. I might be able to do a little bit early on Fridays. I know that you're in the UK, so you're already in Saturday. But if it works for everybody's schedules on Friday, as far as it goes with work and all of that, then I definitely could log on maybe at noon. Um, that may, work. I can do noon on Fridays or something like that. We do homeschool, so my schedule is a little more flexible than most. So I can definitely pencil it in for noon on Fridays Central Time, and then whatever time that is for you in the UK, Mark, maybe it'll work. Um, but I saw that Shawnee had a she say, that's the name of the group that she has for their church, the women's group. She say, like he say, she say, or it's time for her to have a say. Her say. It was called Her Say, something like that, child. And I just thought it was so funny when I saw it, because I'm like, wow, this is unfolding exactly the way that I prophesied it. Okay, I'm a prophet, and I need y'all to help me to profit with an F. Okay, we got prophet, Horafe, and then we have prophet, Profit, Christian. But Shawnee had a women's conference or women's day at their church for them to come together and, have panels, and her and her husband, were talking or whatever. And I was just like, man, this is going to be a great show, because they're going to get a TV show. Now, you can mark my words. Please put it down. I will make sure I pass around the basket for y'all to write she said so on it. I don't want your money, but just write she said so and throw it in the offering basket. Henderson, there you go. Thank you. I could not remember his last name for anything. Shawnee O'Neal Henderson. And the funny thing about it is, he is from Gary, Indiana, where I'm from, and his father is a pastor, or was a pastor in Gary. So my mom and my godmother and all of them were like, yeah, you remember his dad? We used to fellowship with him. I'm like, I don't. I've blocked out the trauma of childhood memories from church. Don't play with me, ma'am. I do not remember this man's daddy. You're not going to get me to lie. Be like, oh yeah, I went to church with him. I used to go to his daddy church. I don't remember that. They also told me that I went to Canada a couple of times when I was a kid, while we was on our way back from Detroit at other churches, and I don't remember that either. Your girl blocked it out. Hashtag trauma. But that's another video. But yeah, Shawnee hosted a women's day or women's conference at their church, and they do this little thing with their reels and their videos where they're like showing them getting ready or going out and speaking to people, and it's real celebrity-ish. It's giving. We're waiting outside the Tahoe for y'all to get out with the camera phone and show y'all walking in together holding hands or whatever. And I'm like, man, this woman literally went from being in rooms with other women who were fighting, calling each other bees, whores, MFers, all of that, jumping across tables, throwing glasses at each other's head, wine bottles, stealing each other's purses and things like that, calling each other non-MFing factors, all of those things. And I'm not out here to say that people can't change. But now she gets to be a first lady, and the women in the church are welcoming her with open arms. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that people just want to be accepted, and they want to be in the it crowd, in the clique. Because I mean, like, she doesn't need to meet any standard for me to feel like she's worthy of being a first lady. She's a first lady because she married a pastor. So that's without any of us deciding whether or not she deserves that role. My thing is, do you have the capacity to care for these women, to actually help them through their hard times, right? Like actually relate, respond, and I don't want to say release, but like really be a covering, like emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Can you be a covering to the women in your ministry? That was my same concern when, well, not concern, but my thoughts when Giselle and Jamal had gotten back together during that other season of Real Housewives of Potomac. It was like, is this for real? Like, who would actually ever go to her and talk to her, or approach her as the first lady and want advice from her? Because growing up, the pastor's wife in my childhood church, she was accessible. Is Shawnee accessible? Or is she just like, hold up, wait? Is it giving hold up, wait? Let me get security to talk to you first, baby, before you roll up on me like that. Now, I know I'm married to your pastor, but you cannot roll up on me like that. You may be able to talk to him like that, but you cannot roll up on me in my Birkin, in my Fendi, in my Prada, in my Gucci, like that. You can't do that. Now, that's where we're going to have a miscommunication. You cannot roll up on me like that in this church in Houston. So I would like to know, like, how does that work? And that's what I want the real life on life conversations to be. How has she transitioned to first lady? Like, girl, tell us. Don't hide that from us. We know you in this light in regard. Baby, the camera on this iPad was not giving because I am out here glowing for the nation. Oh my God. Remind me to use my phone again next time. So you're able to go from basketball wife to pastor's wife, and we're not gonna find out like what that transition has been for you. Like, are you still out here calling people whores and bees and MFs with your friend girls on the phone? Let us know. Or are you saved, sanctified, filled with the precious gift of the Holy Ghost, fire baptized, blood filled, and all of the things? Let me know. I just want to know. Is that a prerequisite from your husband? Does Pastor Keon care about those things? That's what I want to know. We're out here talking about what high value men want and don't want. This pastor wanted this basketball wife. With everything he'd seen on our television screen, we all saw what she participated in and executive produced. So, are you no longer a mean girl? Are you no longer clicking up with women to turn them against each other for ratings and for a check? Is that no longer your character? Tell me. I just want to know. Because I watched all the seasons and I was highly disgusted every time. But I would be interested in knowing, have you elevated from that position? What are your thoughts on the evolution of that kind of character and behavior? Is that what the women in church should grow and want to have as an example or an influence? These are real conversations that if you get to start leading women ministries, you should be asked these questions. It should not be you hosting these events and these panels and getting to talk about marriage and life and single parenting, when the real questions need to be, what were your thoughts when you created a show like that where women were not empowering one another? When women were sleeping with other women's husbands and kikiing with you in the corner about it before they told the ex-wife. What are your thoughts on that now, Shawnee? Her say. What did her say? Like, come on. All I just want y'all to do is start wanting more. Like, start demanding more respect, right? Start raising the standard high, because women in church get crucified for dressing a certain way, talking a certain way, being out with this person, doing that, being seen here. You watch the church girl video I did from Beyonce. Church women get the most slack for doing anything. So my question would be, what is the standard now? Who's creating the standard? Pastors and their wives, or the women who actually have to sit underneath the leadership? Because for me in my house, if I went to Pastor Keon's church, I would leave. Like, I would not go to any women's conference hosted by Shawnee at all. Like, until she addressed that. And I know people will be like, well, she don't owe y'all nothing. No, but you do, though. Because that was a very large platform where you have to know if the person that you're allowing to be your covering spiritually, or at least the wife, what is the relationship there with other women? Is it one that's broken? Is it one that is healed and whole, where you can actually like pour into women consistently and authentically? Will you see women as just a means to build your empire of celebrity and influence? Because when you talk about marrying a pastor, that's a built-in fan club. Now, you can say what you want to say, but I've seen how mama and them treat their first lady. They out here baking cakes, washing cars, planting flowers, putting up Christmas lights in the vestibule. They out here doing whatever the first lady say, because that's the first lady. That's the office that requires a lot of respect and honor. So you get to go from one arena in life where people respected you because you were the EP on the show that they were getting paid from, and they wanted to respect you. They highly regarded you. You're a highly regarded basketball wife. You were married to one of the greats in the NBA. So the life that she is used to is one of being on a pedestal. And then you get married to a pastor, those women are absolutely going to fangirl about you. Like, you're going from grace to grace, glory to glory. that's just me. So, like, seeing the conference, I'm like, how much of this is genuine and how much of this is also a money grab? Because you walked into, like, you were handed a fan club. When you become a first lady, there you go. You got 5,200 women that want you. You got 52 women. You got 1,500 women. You got 3,000 women. You have a plethora of women who want to be in your midst because they've seen you on TV. So it really does become an issue of the heart where I'm like, dang, I hope she ready for this. Like, I really hope that they're either going through counseling, have talked about it, she knows what the expectations of the role is. And I'm not saying she needs to wear big hats and long skirts. What I'm saying is the expectation from the women. Women in church desire a connection either with their pastor or the pastor's wife. They're either going to serve you or they're going to be seen as a threat to you because they want your position. And I just would want to know that the women who have been there serving and close to Pastor Keon or whatever, not close, I don't care, I would like to know that they are still going to be considered important, that they're going to still be respected in their roles as the members, right? Like, we're not dispensable. Just because you showed up, don't just try to monetize being our first lady. Like, actually care. Bring some grants up in here. Start funding some of these black women-owned businesses, Shawnee. Like, invest the monies, right? Like, come on, give. Be a giver. You're at the top of the pyramid now. Give to the people. So that's just my thoughts on that. You know, I could be off, but I'm probably not. And it's my 2 cents. So there's that. And I think last but not least, before I get off of here, the hell is not real topic. There are no Shawnees or Megan Goods in Islam. I believe you. I really do. I really do. I really believe that in Christianity we are one. I say we. Christianity is one of the most accepting religions and organizations who really does have the come as you are mindset. Like, there aren't that many standards because of their past life and their histories. They will not be seen as honorable women. And I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying other religions and belief systems would not accept them as women who could then present themselves amongst other women as, you know, passing grade. So, do what you want to do with that information. But I'm just saying, I was looking at the comment section. I was like, okay, she literally just went from one extreme of celebrity and popularity to another extreme of popularity. And it's real in church. People will idolize you quickly. If they like you, they're going to like you. And ain't nothing you're going to have to do about it. Well done, Christian. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate you so much for joining the live. Thank all of you for joining tonight. I'm going to let y'all go. I've enjoyed chatting it up, going live and talking with you guys. Let's plan to do this again on another Friday. I don't know if next Friday will work for me, but if it does, I will post a short or something to let you guys know we're growing somewhere, as they say in church. We're not going somewhere, we're growing somewhere. And I'm excited about all of the things. So if you joined the live, if you subscribe to the channel, I appreciate you. If you watch the videos whenever one comes out, I appreciate you. Share it with your friends, your family, whatever. Thank you, Enrosh Jr. I appreciate you as well. If there are any topics or discussion that you guys would like for me to have or to cover, I would love to do that as well. So drop them in the comment section below, and I will get to those on next week because I do have to batch create content on Sunday. So I'll be creating content this Sunday for next week, and I will see you guys then. Marky Mark, have a great weekend, Christian, and see you again soon. Thank you all. I appreciate you guys so very much, and I love y'all so much. Oh my gosh, y'all made me feel so comfortable doing my first live. So next one, we will be able to go live together, and we'll discuss these topics in unison, one-on-one dialogue to the best of my ability. All right, y'all, enjoy your weekend, and like I say, see you in the next one. Bye.